Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Coins Alert. This is Rich, making another movie about XRP today, as always. Today we're going to talk about XRP. I hope everyone is having a great day no matter where they are in the world. I have to start with this. Everyone thinks that the biggest Ponzi scams are in crypto, but the real ones are at the bank. The Ponzi scheme will fail if banks don't get your savings and holdings. That's why the SEC and CFTC only go after groups that can't be bought or influenced by the same banks that have been supporting $700 trillion in derivatives since 2008. Also, the market for futures is broken. For that market, Ripple is going after it. Ripple can see that the market is broken and wants to fix it with XRP. The banks, on the other hand, always want to slow down new products, and companies like Ripple and XRP because of this. JP Morgan knew that they didn't have much time left. Ripple and XRP were moving slowly. The SEC and lawmakers who were on their toes helped them do it. The SEC case against Ripple is almost over, and banks can now deal with digital assets. Why? Because digital assets can help banks with their cash flow problems. That's why they were given the all clear now. But JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs have been getting rich in this Ponzi plan for the past 4 years. However, the change is now taking place thanks to blockchain. Everything is becoming clear. What did I tell you? We didn't have any crypto laws for years because they were using them to hide money. And not just the US, there were also Iran, Russia, and who knows how many others. We've known for 4 years that a lot of money laundering was going on. The story doesn't name any specific cryptocurrencies, but I can guess where all that money laundering was taking place by way of Tether. I think Tether picked up where FTX left off, which is why the plan to launder money kept going. But once more, this is also coming to an end. Because Trump wants everything to be clear from now on. They want the government to be on the blockchain. That's not what you do. That's what I want to happen next. If you're going to keep moving money and committing fraud, things will change quickly once the US government is on the block. Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock and a billionaire, says that people are saving too much money and not spending enough so that they can retire in style. He talks about it as a silent problem. He also says that people are saving money. That's not what I think. A lot of people are having a hard time, and inflation is still very high, and people were having a hard time getting by. That's the reason they have 2 or 3 jobs. But people who are investing know that inflation isn't going to go down anytime soon. These people are investing in XRP or crypto in general and making plans to protect themselves from inflation. But most people don't spend. They don't have enough money to live on. Take a look at the US debt. He's not right or wrong. He's wrong because most people are still having a hard time, which is why they're not investing. I also don't see anyone saving money. Who the hell wants to keep their US dollars safe? Never seen $4 million go by so fast. Check out the demo. This movie clip is from a while ago. Now, the Bitcoin maxis say that this was made by AI. This wasn't made by AI. Look at it. Yes, yes. So when we put money into tech companies, we do something called sound bench. So we're going to invest in this cool tech company called Ripple, right? Okay, so what is Ripple? It's basically a site that lets people send money from one person's bank account to another. It's very safe, very easy, and very quick. We found this business. It interested us a great deal. It uses something called XRP, which is a coin. In the end, though, it's just a way to get value from one place to another. Okay. We're talking with these people, and they're telling us that Chris Larsson and Brad Garlinghouse are in charge. They're talking about how ethical this business and this platform are and how much they care about being ethical. They're also talking about how they give some of this platform away to people who are doing good in the world. That means we met on the beach around the same time. You also told me about this great birthday present Portia gave you. I remember you telling me that you would be working on that project if you weren't doing this, right? I would, in fact, save the apes. Gorillas would be safe with you. Also, everyone knows what I meant. You never ask anyone for anything, though. You also told me I would need help with this at some point, and I told them you want my help. You never, ever ask for help. You called him at the same time. It was your birthday. You called me on your birthday. Wow, she called me on her birthday. Is everything okay? It was the best gift Portia ever gave you, and you wanted to share this amazing story with me. I told you I'd be there to help you on the call. This is your brother, and we're here to help you. Because of this, we told Chris and Brad about this great person. They only think about other people they can give to all the time. You think about everyone else all the time, whether you're in New Orleans or Montecito or with people who come here or out there. This was our way of telling you that we are thinking about you. We'd like to give you $4 million on behalf of Ripple. Oh no. Most of the time, people show up with a big check and do the big check thing. That being said, we can move it right now to Ruin and Frank's. We just need to press this button in your account. Would you like to push it? Do you want me to push it? I want to push it. I want to really push it. Yeah. Did you notice how quickly that payment went through? That was 8 years ago. They say this is something I made up, but it happened on the Ellen show. And people always asked, do you think any famous people have XRP? I am sure that Ashton Kutcher has XRP and knows what it is meant to do. It's made to move cash. I did want to show you that clip though. It feels like going back in time, but XRP is really great. That's what you care about. This is from Gary Cardone. With all these polls all over X, he's the Bitcoin king. And every time XRP beats Bitcoin in a poll or gets more votes, he takes down the post. Now he said that he sold his XRP today at $2.71. I really hope that the XRP army gets really, really rich. Even though I don't think you will, I wish you all the best. It's very easy for anyone who wants to understand my choice. I don't break the rules that my 40 years of experience have taught me. You should stay out of it unless you have a real advantage if I can't understand how supply and demand work. Tip 2, don't do something if other people can't explain it clearly or draw it on a whiteboard. Rule 3, stay away from people who know how much everything costs, but not how much something is worth. Rule 5, people who bet and spend a lot of money over a long period of time tend to get very rich. Rule 6, don't go with the flow. Never once should be it. How can you look at all the rails and progress that Ripple has had in the last 4 years while Biden was president and they were still working together? With the case between Ripple and the SEC, with all that progress, how could you not see that XRP is worth something? It's not making sense to me, but you see value in Bitcoin, even though it doesn't solve any real world problems and isn't useful at all. Do you know why? They're looking at how rare something is and how much it costs. It's just that shortage isn't a use case. And institutional buyers get tired of it after a while, but a lot of people won't use Bitcoin because it doesn't solve any problems in the real world. That's why I'm still investing in XRP. This is something that no Bitcoin maxi ever wants to talk about. Let's talk about the big problem that nobody wants to talk about. Bitcoin is a scam to keep people from paying attention to gold until it is tokenized on blockchain. This will give centralized forces control over a digital version of the asset again. This is why they want to check the gold in Fort Knox. As soon as gold is turned into tokens and used on these networks, the idea that Bitcoin is like digital gold is no longer valid. It's over. People will never think of it as digital gold again. Now that banks are calling XRP a good store of value, it might not be a store of value for much longer. Things are changing in the story. That's why there are polls every day. They want it to stay important. They are scared that XRP will take the top spot. Now they only leave XRP out of the polls. Let's try this out like this. I'm not going to name any specific holes to keep bots from getting angry, but would you rather have B or something else? They don't believe we're real. They still believe we are computers. Take a look. 63% of the votes went to other. They forgot to include XRP in this one too. They put AVAX, Solana, and Cardano in there instead. And it turns out that Cardano won this poll too. That's why usefulness now has value to people. Retail thinks that usefulness is valuable. They're changing their minds about Bitcoin. Still, it's just a few Bitcoin maxis that are making all this noise. I already said that Bitcoin will die when the hype ends. I did want to show you that recording of Ashton Kutcher sending Ellen $4 million though. The event took place 8 years ago. You can see how fast XRP moves cash. That fast, it moves valuable things. That's why you don't want to sell right away. You have control over the future. Wait until it does though. And be patient and hopeful. Let's get rich together. That being said, I'm going to end this film. Thanks for watching. Thanks to all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Good night.